Good morning, everyone. Well, this is not one of my normal videos. This is not one of my normal video days. I worked this morning and early into the afternoon. Before I went to work, it was raining. When I got home, it was raining. And it's been raining. It's almost 9 o'clock at night. It's sprinkling now. It's the tail end of the storm. I don't want to wait any longer because the weather is unpredictable. And this is not the hurricane. This was just a bad storm that we got hit with. And we got, in a couple of days, we've got, I guess, Helene. I keep saying Helena, but it's Helene. Will be here. It's supposed to be up to a Category 4. So pray for Florida and Georgia. Florida will get the hurricane force. We will get the rain and tornadic events that come with it. Just the storm today, I have a tarp that goes out over the side of my tent, and I'm allowing that uses as a rain catch and to block the sun. And one of the poles that was holding it up, it literally pulled the stake out of the ground. That's how hard the rain was blowing. The wind was blowing. Okay, so attempts to keep me from making this video. So I don't want to let anything more interfere. If you hear a little bit of the pitter-patter, that's just the sprinkling on the roof of the tent, but it's almost done. Okay, the point of this, and I'm going to show some footage from today's film shoot, just a little bit, not of me acting. I can't do that yet, but I can show you some of the sets and me in costume. Stay for that at the end. There's about 6 minutes of stuff at the end. Anyhow, the point of this is God will go to all lengths to help you to help Him. He wants you to help Him. He's given you gifts that He can train you how to use and put you to work, helping Him. Now you say, well, you don't want to do one thing or the other. Find what your gift is and God will help you. Now, my gift was my ability to talk honestly. Well, I've got other gifts, but the one He wanted me to exploit, and I didn't want to do it. For years, I just taught Bible study because I could do it in a small group, have a bunch of people around that I already knew, and it was not a problem. God didn't want that. He wanted me to actually do more. He wanted me to do what I'm doing now. This channel with over 1,000 videos. I didn't want to do it. And I had legitimate fears. I had legitimate problems why I couldn't. I was shy. We moved around a lot when I was young. So God had me move to Georgia long before it became a world film production entity. There was more film work being done in Georgia than in Hollywood. We go back and forth between us and Canada. A lot of the films, I'm just trying to catch the rapture kitty, but he's playful at the moment, and it's starting in, and there we go. Okay. Untangled from the string he was playing with. So, say hello, rapture kitty. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Maybe he'll stay around. He's not going very far. And don't jump at the camera tripod. Okay? Here you go. All right. God will go to all the lengths necessary to make sure you're prepared. I didn't want to do this. So, I grew up in Hollywood. I went to school in West Hollywood. So, I was familiar with it, but I didn't want to be part of it because I saw some of the behind-the-scenes parts of it, and I didn't like it. He did show me one company that I liked, one production company, and it got me started. But then I got in front of the camera, and I liked that as well. So he started teaching me that it's okay to get up in front of people and talk. You got to be prepared. But that's it. They give you a script. They give you the clothes or tell you what to wear if you have your own. You really don't have a whole lot to think about. But I didn't want to do it. Now, for my script now, for what I use, if I'm not off the cuff talking like I am now, I'm reading out of the Bible. Again, you can't go wrong with good material. So he moves me to Georgia. He moves Hollywood to Georgia. We meet up, and I start doing some simple acting. I still didn't want to be part of the union system because I didn't want to be really officially a part of the big part of Hollywood that I didn't like. So I do background work. But I found independent film, and I enjoy working on that. They're not tied to union rules and regulations. If you want to go in and help lighting and also help with sound and help run the camera, act, direct, all that stuff, you can do all of it in a fan film. You can't do that in a union-controlled system, which is wrong. If you've got talent, you should be able to apply it in anything that you know how to do. But that's politics. The bottom line is, he moved me to Georgia before Hollywood moved here. He moves Hollywood here. He gets me involved, and now I can go out in front of people and I can talk, and it doesn't bother me. To think that at one point in time I couldn't do this, it's almost laughable now, but I understand how I was back then. Now it doesn't bother me to talk. So God will go out of his way to equip you in whatever he asks you to do. You don't have to know how to do it. In fact, if you don't know how to do it, that's better for him, because he'll teach you from the ground up. The worst kind of employee to have is someone who comes in who learned his trade wrong and doesn't think he's wrong. That's the kind of employee you don't want. Somebody coming in green that doesn't know what's right or wrong and you can teach them the right way, that's the employee you want. Rapture Kitty's just all full of energy. Cats are like that. They go 90 miles an hour and then boom, down for a 4-hour nap. Now, kitties, it's a 20, 30-minute nap. So don't worry about it. If God wants you to do something, we don't have a whole lot of time left. I keep wondering when's going to be my last video. I'm going to record these until I'm gone. However long that takes. We don't know the day or the hour, but we know the season. And my God, we're in the season. When's the rapture? Soon. Sooner today than yesterday. And a lot sooner than when Paul wrote about it in Thessalonians and when John wrote about it in Revelation. That was before the end of days. They called that time back then, after Jesus, the last days. So we've been in it since Jesus, but now we're in the end of days. Get out there. Whatever you feel you have to do, you don't have to worry about knowing how to do it. You don't have to worry about looking bad because you don't know how to do it. Just try. Every time you do something, you will get better. You won't fully understand how to do something until you've done it 100 times. Then you have a basis to know how to live and do what you want to do. When you get to 500, you're a good intermediate. You get to 1,000, you better know what you're doing, or you weren't paying attention. But the first step to 100 miles starts with one step. Like I said, there's not a lot of time. We've got to warn the world. What's coming is beyond imagination. And they're living in their fantasy world and don't think that anything could ever go wrong. even if you were to convince them that they've only got 70, 80, 100 years in their life, there's a limit to your own personal life, let alone what's in the Bible coming up on us. The tribulation is only 7 years. Quite frankly, 2 months is too much for the things that are coming. Ask God for help, and He'll help you. He's probably already doing that. So enjoy the footage coming up, some of what my day was like, but I can't show you any of the actual footage. The film will be released on Veterans Day, the big film, but he's working on, this guy's got like 6 projects going on, and so we film a little bit of each one just so we can get the building blocks together until he sees if it's going to work. But the big film we worked on will be out on Veterans Day, if we make it that far. If he gets it edited and gets it posted before we get out of here, fine. If not, it's been a lot of fun creating it. That's the key. Have fun at what you're doing. You're not meant to be down here and be miserable. We're children of God. If we can't be happy, there's no hope for anybody. Till we meet in the clouds. God bless. Good morning, everyone. I'm on location. I'm going to be doing some filming today, so I'm going to try to catch you in. So I'm not really in the military anymore, but I'll catch you in on some of the stuff we're doing. We're talking about being prepared. If you've got a military background, you know enough to get through a lot of this. If you don't, well, you're going to have to learn it now. I've got the cat here with me. Right now he's in the car for about another hour. It's cool right now. And then I will go ahead and bring him in. I got his cat carrier in there. There he is, Rapture Cat. We can't see through the window. Oh well. I'll catch a little bit of him before I put him up. We're going to bring him inside in about an hour. I got one scene to film, and then we'll bring him in. All right, hope you're having a great day. We'll see you soon. Medical Bay. We have a new prop for our plane.
Two shows right there, two short videos.
Star Trek storage. This is what's behind sets, and it doesn't matter whether they're the big professionals or fan films like this. What's behind is things to make these things look interesting, and what's up in the attic, you're not supposed to see. Starfleet flag. Chess, anyone? Standard Star Trek chairs. These are hard to find nowadays. These are just decorations that would be in an office or bedroom. Things that are on the walls, there's always stuff on them. They don't have to mean anything. The behind the scenes doors. We just and open them back up again. Down the hallway. And if we look back, close the back wall up a little bit, and you've got a transporter. A lift, an elevator, not transporter, lift. The standard ladder. Another ape. And again, behind the scenes, tape, things you need on set. Here's where we rest and rehearse, have lunch. Look at all this memorabilia. I've had that spacesuit on. Wardrobe here, there's wardrobe everywhere. Star Trek pinball machine, look at that. Don't look at the donuts, everything else is healthy. To get some Rapture Kitty, he's been locked up in his crate, so he's not terribly excited to be loose right now. He wants to run. He wants to be Rocky and run. You're going to have to stay here. There's too many. You ought to see all the stuff that's in here on all the shelves and everything. There's just way too much stuff. You'd have a field day knocking stuff off. Rapture Kitty. Meow. We're on break. We've already shot a bunch of scenes. This will be coming out on Veterans Day. So we'll have that for you. Now he's going to start biting. Going to bite. Ow. Ow. Okay. Okay, now I'm a doctor, a Star Trek doctor. That's what the blue, and you can see the emblem. We're doing another scene for another project. We've got 3 different projects we're working on. This one I'm not sure which film it's going to go in, but I'm doing some general footage with it, so it's a lot of fun. As kids we would do this stuff. Play act. We all play roles. In regular life we play roles. So what I'm doing now, I'm having fun doing this for a movie, but we all play roles.